coming, walking through difficult weather today. To be here is an extra, it's a mile to you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Now, before I sit down, I would like all of us to put our hands together to welcome His Excellency, Mr. Ephraim Ngare. Thank you, sir.
Sit down. The chairman of NACHU, Mr. Francis Kamande, the directors of Choice Homes, Mr. Tim Mwangi, I can see Mr. Tim Bogwa there, I can see Edward Mwangi, I can see Bishop Francis Waihenya, I can also see Mr. Sam Ochieng, the chairman of KOBA. I can see Nelly Munga, the chair lady of Nurses Association of Kenya, the UK chapter. I can also see quite a number of the staff of the Kenyan High Commission. I can see Kano Derito there. I can see Mr. Jeremy Raibuta there. I can see Mr. Ibrahim Mwaura. I can also see Mr. Rimo and others possibly I'm not able to see. Invited guests, Kenyans in the diaspora, the friends of Kenya, ladies and gentlemen. With all protocol observed, it is my great pleasure and honor to participate in today's event for the launch of the Savannah Plains Estate here in London, as organized by the Kenyans in diaspora. This is an initiative which is expected to address the shortfalls in Kenya's housing sector. In particular, I have held several meetings with the proprietors of the company and have briefed me about the plans they have to fully participate in the development of our country in real estate sector. I clearly recall that Savannah Plains Estate Limited were one of the exhibitors at the recently concluded Kenya Diaspora Property and Investment Expo, which was held here in London during the month of October. The thrust of today's event, therefore, is to help Kenyans in diaspora to gain understanding on available investment opportunities in the Kenya housing industry in particular, while at the same time positioning Kenya and Africa in general firmly as an investment destination, both by Africans in the diaspora as well as the international investors. This resonates well with the Kenya government current policy orientation, which recognizes the enormous potential of the Kenyan diaspora in contributing to our national development agenda. Today's event follows the successful Kenya Diaspora Property and Investment Expo, which was held here in London and which focused on investment opportunities within both the property and other sectors of our country. It is my belief, therefore, that all of you will seize the opportunity presented by this London launch of Savannah Estate to interact, to know what the Savannah Plains Estate in Athi River stands for, and to possibly consider doing business with them. This interface may be an eye-opener to some diaspora who may not have made investment decisions back home to consider investing in Savannah Estate. As some of you are probably aware, the present coalition government in Kenya is currently implementing our long-term development blueprint, Vision 2030, which aims at transforming Kenya into a globally competitive middle-income economy by the year 2030. In order to align itself to the vision, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has undertaken a comprehensive rationalization of its functions and operations. One major achievement of the above rationalization exercise was the creation of the Diaspora Office to fully address issues affecting Kenyans in diaspora. This office is charged with the responsibility of promoting, participating, and contributing to the integration of the Kenyan diaspora into our national development. During the short period that the above diaspora office has been in existence, it has realized major milestones. First, there is now a structured framework for the government to engage with the Kenyans in the diaspora, listen to their views and challenges, provide advice, and involve them in national development. Towards this end, the Diaspora Office, in partnership with other relevant government departments, such as the Ministry of Labor and Human Resource Development, the Ministry of Planning, National Development and Vision 2030, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, are jointly developing a sessional paper mainstreaming Kenyan nationals abroad into our national development agenda. It is expected that once finalized and implemented, some of the challenges impeding our engagement with the diaspora will be addressed. Secondly, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has also been at the forefront and deeply involved in the promotion of engagement with the diaspora as potential investors and participants in our national development agenda. In this regard, we have coordinated several investment conferences held in different regions, including Western Europe and North America in the recent past. The primary aim of these conferences has been to market Kenya and provide information on areas that the diaspora could target in their investment considerations. Apart from direct investment, we also consider Kenyans in the diaspora as our first line of ambassadors and recognize the potential role they can play to promote Kenya as their motherland, as an investment destination of choice, both for themselves and other foreign investors. As you are aware, Kenya's most valuable resource is her people, both in a national and international context. There is a huge constituency of hardworking and law-abiding Kenyan community abroad, making valuable contribution to the economic development of our country. The government fully acknowledges that the Kenyan diaspora has become a powerful tool for ideas, financial resources, and influence in the international arena. We are therefore fully committed to tapping their potential and seeking ways of ensuring that maximum benefits accrues to the people of Kenya, wherever they are. There is no doubt that our efforts will result into increased investment, improved foreign remittances, and infusion of progressive ideas for Kenya from the diaspora. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I would like to reiterate the commitment of the Kenyan High Commissioner in London to fully facilitate the engagement of the Kenyan diaspora to our national development agenda. We shall continue to promote policies and activities that go a long way in enhancing their interests, both in countries of their residence and at home in Kenya. It is therefore proper at this point that the launch of this initiative will have a catalyst effect on others in the diaspora and who may actually equally consider investing back home. I am fully aware that housing is now a constitutional right for every Kenyan under the new constitutional dispensation. And therefore, initiatives like these, which help to bridge the gap in the housing sector, are very much welcome. An incentive program does exist in the housing sector, one of them being duty waivers should one consider investing in at least 100 housing units. We have also been informed that the Ministry of Housing is also looking into the issue of high cost of building materials, and which has hindered a fast growth in the housing, with a view to making the materials more affordable and stimulate the growth of the housing sector. Towards this end, I envisage that there will be a meaningful engagement with the diaspora during this event, and whose outcomes are going to hugely contribute to cherished national development agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, before coming to the conclusion, I would like to take this opportunity to kind of reiterate or recap some of the key issues as to why I consider Kenya to be a special country in that part of Africa. First and foremost, Kenya, and this one you can bear me witness, has been the beacon of stability, peace and stability, since the attainment of our independence in 1963. Of course, with an exception of the difficulties that we had, very short-lived difficulties that we had in early 2008, and which are behind us now. And the country has completely returned to normalcy. You also know that Kenya is an anchor state. And by the meaning of an anchor state, it is a country that also determines the existence of other countries in terms of provision of certain key services. And the reason why it is an anchor state